Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I hope everybody's doing wonderful. I hope you're achieving your goals, setting your focus. Story time. This one is going to allude to a point, like all my stories do, or at least I hope they do. So, a guy, rich man, is sitting in the harbor, and he's on his yacht, and he's drinking his drink, looking at the sun about to set, and he looks down from his yacht and he sees a fisherman, little tiny wooden boat, bag full of fish, and he's just laying down with his hat over his face, laying there, not fishing, just laying. The guy up in the yacht goes, "Hey, you." Fisherman goes, "What? Am I in your sun?" Guy goes, no, I'm just wondering, why aren't you fishing anymore? He goes, "I got enough fish for the day. This pays for what I needed today and gives me something to eat and feeds my family. So I'm laying down." He goes, "You could fish more." He goes, "I could, but why?" He goes, "Well, then you would have more fish than for the day and you would make more money." And then fisherman goes, "And what good is that?" "Well, if you keep on doing it, you can buy a bigger boat." And he goes, "Why do I need a bigger boat?" "Well, then when you get a bigger boat, you can hire some people to help you fish." And he goes, "What's good at that?" He goes, "Now you got people, you're fishing, they're fishing, you're giving the cut and you're making even more money." "Yeah, so I'm making more money. So what's that?" He goes, "Well, eventually you can buy two boats." He goes, "Then I gotta run two boats." He goes, "Yeah, but you're making even more money." And he goes, "What's the good of that?" And he goes, "Well, after you keep on buying boats and making enough money, then you can lay down and rest because now you got people working for you." And he goes, "What do you think I was doing before you woke me up?" The point of the story is, what your goals are your goals. Franklin Covey taught me a lot of things, and I love Franklin Covey, and I recommend Franklin Covey, and it's the best system there is for organizing and prioritizing what matters most. And one of the first things you do is you get a list and you write down what matters most to you. And the most important thing, and I've said this before in different things, and I've alluded to in different things, is that you don't share that list. You don't open yourself up to criticism. And the reason, and I'll have to find the story and do it a different story time, is that Franklin Covey comes from Benjamin Franklin and Franklin Covey. It used to be Franklin Quest. And they merged with Franklin Covey because they had very similar goals, very similar ideas. And their goal was to help people get organized and achieve what they need through organization. Well, when Benjamin Franklin wrote his list of what matters most, he showed it to people, which is something they always did. And one of the people said, "You left off something." He goes, "What?" And I forget what the word even is, and it really doesn't matter. But he added it. But he always felt he never should have added that because it really wasn't important to him. It was important to the person showing it. And yes, it was important, but it wasn't what mattered most to him. And that's why when you share your hopes and dreams, and they always talk about being quiet about it and move stealth, is that you're going to be opening up to criticism no matter what you do. And Eminem said that you have enemies, great, because you stood up for something. People will always look for reasons to take you down and to judge you and everything else. So when it comes to the things that matter most to you, it's to you. It's not to share. It's the reason you wake up every day. It's the reason you do things and you enjoy things. What makes you happy is what makes you happy. And that should always be true to yourself. If it doesn't hurt anybody, and if it doesn't hurt yourself, which is kind of subjective because when you work out, you hurt yourself, and a lot of people like to go to the gym, but you feel better afterwards. So kind of subjective there, but you understand what I mean. The other thing I'm sick and tired of, and it alludes to that story, is people that keep on putting down people that work 9-to-5 jobs. 9-to-5 jobs matter. They're important. People that work in McDonald's matter. I've worked at McDonald's. I've worked in a lot of places. I've worked cooking. They matter. They are important. You are important. And anybody that tells you you can't become rich at a 9-to-5 job, you can. It's happened. And you can live comfortable. Yes, it's a struggle most days. Not every day is going to be wonderful. Not every day is going to be great. But don't let anybody put you down for working 9-to-5. Not the people that are entrepreneurs couldn't do it. They couldn't do 9-to-5. They couldn't work for somebody else. They could not get up and show up at 9 a.m. every freaking day and do what you do. Now, are they getting paid more money for what they do? Some of them are. Guess what? 70% of entrepreneurs make peanuts because they're working 90 hours a week. But they're independent and they're happy and they don't want to work for somebody else. But when they call in sick, nobody can cover for them. I loved Lyft driving. I love doing it. If I could do it again, I would. If somebody gave me a Tesla, I'd quit this job and go Lyft driving just because I enjoy it so much. My leg can't take it. I can't drive 10 hours a day. A Tesla drives itself. I'd be able to do that. I would be able to do that every day. But guess what? I can't, so I'm not going to whine about it. But when I call out of this job or any job I have, somebody's going to cover for me. And the business will not close down. And it will be available the next day. If I get fired, I paid into unemployment. I'll have 26 weeks to get a new job. Don't knock 9-to-5. You can be successful. You can move on. You can do other things. You can take a day off. You can spend time with your children. You can call in sick. And you are needed. That job doesn't exist just because. It exists because you keep that company going. You're important. You matter. Can you become rich? I've already told you that. You can. Put 10% of your paycheck away in stocks, bonds. Take 100 minus your age. If you are 46, you minus it. That's 54 in stocks, 46 in bonds. After you get to your first 400, which I've already discussed. You need to have $400 saved before you start doing that and have your debt under control and paid for. Make sure to do it. It can be done. But understand you matter, and you're important, and you're needed. And don't let anybody tell you that your dreams are stupid, dumb, or ridiculous. They're yours. You matter. Just like that fisherman, he's already resting. He did his day. He enjoyed his day. He doesn't need a yacht to show it. Be blessed. Make sure to read my book, Coffee and Cash by Chris Alexinas, Alexinas. New book, Missing Treasure. Again, Chris Alexinas, Alexinas. Make sure to download and play Atlas Earth, the only game I ever play that takes up time, that makes money. Done it many times. And it's on my Twitter, Risky6877. RISKY6877. My Twitter, where all my downloads are to make money. Let me help you. If you like what I say, like what I do, please subscribe Enjoy and be blessed.